I'm Raymond Dennis Silvarajan from Malaysia.
I'm Christian Espino from Australia.
I'm Joe Curry from Papua New Guinea.
This is our Economics 200 class, and we are presenting on business regulations. So the first thing that we wanted to do was go around BYU campus and ask the students themselves, what are business regulations? So the question that we're asking them is, what is the first thing that comes into their mind when they hear the phrase business regulations? So what's one word that comes into your mind when you hear the phrase business regulations?
First thing that comes into my mind is rules. Yeah.
Money is kind of what rules you have to follow.
Cautious and safety.
What's one word that comes to your mind when you hear the phrase business regulations?
I don't know. Sorry.
This regulation means they want to control what's going on for the business.
To set kind of the guidelines so businesses don't do things that are unethical, and so that businesses don't do things that can destroy the nature.
Business regulations are in place to protect the public. It controls corporations and business with their power in business-driven society. It also increases and encourages high ethical standards. In terms of factories, when we think about factories, we think about government and what strict and standard laws the government has set in place for the factories to follow. If they don't follow these rules and regulations that are set by the government, they will meet higher penalties.
Here are two types of regulations. One is social regulations and economic regulations. Social regulations are the health administration and occupational safety, and these mainly focus on people in roles of consumer, citizen, and employees. Economic regulations, they focused on the market conditions and economic variables. I have two examples that I can think of for economic regulations and social regulations. The first is the Fair Labor Standard Act. They actually set the minimum wage for all the employees so that they all can get a fair amount of minimum wage for them. The second is the Employee Retirement Income Security Act. This is to make sure that all the employee, when they retire, they get some sort of amount of money as a benefit for them for the future.
So after we heard Joe and Raymond speak about economic and social regulations, I wanted to apply this principle into a real life situation. So 3 months ago, I decided to have an idea of selling smoothies mobile around campus. And so I had this great idea, selling a good product, but one day I decided to see what kind of laws and regulations would be associated with this kind of business. And funnily enough, because of these regulations, I was not able to start up my business. And so the reason why I tell you this story is because social and economic regulations, they can discourage potential businesses from entering into the market. And so although we see that these regulations protect consumers and their safety, it can discourage potential businesses from entering into the market. And that means that there's less ingenuity and less innovation. Students of Economics 200 class, we hope you have gained a greater understanding of social and economic regulations. These regulations protect us as consumers, and we hope that this information will help you in the upcoming exam. Mahalo.